All right, I'm going to go ahead and start rolling. Everybody ready?
During the month of October, Missouri Western hosted its annual 48-hour film festival. Teams of students, alumni, and community members all took part in the festival. Participants were required to make a short film in just 2 days. This year, 12 teams entered the contest, with only 8 making it to the final cut. Zach Pappenberg was one of the many students to take place in the festival.
My first year, I went from script supervisor, and then every year after that, I was either editor or director of photography. I kept that, I guess I could call it a tradition, going on for about 3 years. And then this year, I was the director of photography. For the first year, I was the writer, and I was also the assistant director.
For Chris Rail, a Western alumnus, this was his 5th year taking part in the festival.
Yeah, this is my 5th year, and it was fun because I had a guy on my team that we've done 3 of the 5 years together. He's done all 5 years also, and another guy on my team has done 4 years with me together. So it was fun. It was fun being our last one, and we were all graduating together. So it was a really nice way to finish out.
As a former student, Rail said his experience was a little different this year than others.
I was excited because I've heard a lot of good things about the new students coming up, and the upperclassmen this year are really talented, and so I was really excited about competing against them this year.
For others, the 48-hour film festival was a new experience. Assistant Professor Robert Hansen was in charge of the festival this year.
I think it did go very well, yeah. We had over 100 participants and 12 teams registered, which I think is I'm not sure, but I think it's probably the biggest participation we've had.
Hansen sees the festival as a sort of test of skills for students.
So, I mean, it's putting you in a situation that it's not typical for production, but if you can handle the stress and if you can handle that kind of intensity in 48 hours, then it kind of makes other productions seem simpler.
Some of the films may have had the potential to go on to larger festivals.
One of the films, called Roommate Unwanted, won 7 of the 15 awards that we handed out. So that one, I think, was very successful, and that could definitely go on to other festivals.
Right. Rail, who helped produce Roommate Unwanted, has been involved with the festival since its origin with Dallas Henry 5 years ago. He is happy to see Hansen continue taking the festival in the right direction.
I absolutely love Robert. The only bummer for me is I only got 1 year under his teaching, because I think he's a really good teacher. He cares about the students, and he has a lot of knowledge. So I think it's like, as a department as well as the 48 and everything, I think it's just going to get better and better underneath him.
Hansen would like to expand the festival in the future to get more competition for his students.
I really want to get more community involvement and even have teams come up from Kansas City, because I would like for this to kind of be not just a Missouri Western event, but more of a regional event. Because it is, the more teams we can have and the bigger participation, or the more people that participate, I think the more fun it is for our students as well.
Rail believes that the students of Missouri Western are up for the challenge.
As you said earlier, I'm really excited about where it's going to go. These students, they're getting better and better every year. I competed actually against some of them in the KC48 this year, and they're good.
For Griffon Update, this is Jessica Edson.